Good evening, everyone. And on behalf of the 440,000 non-public school students, welcome to the Teach NYS family. On behalf of Sam Sutton, the founder and other chair of Teach NYS, and our executive committee, we thank all of you for joining us tonight and for your support of our efforts to help our most precious commodity, our students. On behalf of Teach NYS, I want to thank Moish Bain, President of the Orthodox Union, and Alan Fagan, Executive Vice President and Chief Professional Officer of the OU, for all of their support. We are a relatively young part of the O family, and we take a lot of their time and effort, so thank you. I would like to thank the fighters on the front line for our kids, the heads of schools, principal and executive directors for the work that you do with your teachers to educate our children. Here tonight are, ready? Beer, Blumenkratz, Cannon, Chechik, Diane, Fox, Gideon, Greenberg, Hackle, Hagler, Kamenetsky, Coburn, Kramer, Lasker, Levine, Lookstein, Marin, Rothman, Sokol, Tasadi, Uzanki, and Vale. We thank all of you. And a special shout out in this category goes to Laura Levine, head of school of the Syracuse Hebrew Day School, for coming to New York City just for this event. We appreciate you representing your colleagues and our member schools in the Capital District, Central New York, and Western New York parts of the state. It's a very important part of our team, and we thank you very much. Now I would like to officially welcome our elected officials, and I will say these slower, and ask that you stand and that the crowd hold their applause until I recognize everybody. So we'll start with Council Member Chaim Deutsch, who is also the chair of the New York City Council Jewish Caucus. Assembly Member Carmen De La Rosa, Assembly Member Natalia Fernandez, Assembly Member Jonathan Jacobson, Assembly Member Daniel Rosenthal, Assembly Member Latrice Walker, and Assembly Member Alicia Heineman. I'm not done yet, guys. We also have from the State Senate, we have the Chief of Staff to Senator Kamenetsky, Holly Myers, and we also have, of course, tonight's main honoree, Shelley Mayer. And from Governor Cuomo's office, we're glad to have Michael Snow, a proud Ramaz alumnus. We applaud you all for the work that you do every day, and we know that in today's environment, that is not easy. We applaud you for your courage and your vision. You elected officials are heroes for your support of greater educational funding for our students, heroes for the impact this will have on New York, and our heroes for the impact it will have particularly on our 440,000 non-public school children and their families. Many of us here tonight were school leaders. We understand the struggles that every school faces, be they Jewish, Catholic, Muslim, Greek, Evangelical, Baptist, or more. Each and every school leader is working desperately to educate their student body for the modern day and age without bankrupting their parents. It is no secret that we have taken upon ourselves an enormous burden which saves the public school systems literally billions upon billions of dollars annually. We face a nearly impossible task, yet for the faith communities, the education that we seek is a matter of survival. We have no alternative, and we have no choice. We run our schools so that we take care of our communities and continue to meet the educational needs of our communities. We run our schools with all sorts of financial aid programs because our parents have no choice. This is not a matter of school choice in that regard. Our parents have no choice if they want their children to have a religious upbringing. Our financial challenge is enormous, our struggle is mighty, but it is vital. We have only a few days to go before Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. Our sages teach us that it is a time of introspection and change, a period of reflection and resolving, that we can and that we must change for the better. I ask that all of you join me on this journey and ask, how can we change things for the better? How can we move together to make sure that our students are well educated and prepared for the types of jobs that will be the jobs of the future? New York historically has been built on a fabric of both inclusion and excellence. We need to find ways to make sure that we are including the 440,000 non-public school children and their parents in all of our planning. And yes, this is a challenge, but one that we can meet. We at Teach NYS have taken on this task, and we thank each and every one of you, especially the public servants that have joined us, on what is for us a holy mission to change the status quo to give our children and their families a fair chance. We are proud of the change that we have accomplished, and as we give out the gifts tonight that we will be awarding our honorees, you will see a small measure. Both gifts were designed and crafted to Teach NYS member schools. Westchester Day School, located in Senator Mayer's district, there you go, had 6th grade students design and create 3D printed pieces in their makerspace with STEM instructor Becky Shapiro. The other gift was crafted by Hafter High School students using a laser cutter and a CNC router with their STEM instructor, Binny Gross. It is the funding secured by Teach NYS and the legislators in this room, like Senator Mayer, that helps schools like Hafter and Westchester Day School hire qualified teachers while being, at least in part, reimbursed by the state for their salaries. We thank everyone for their help in achieving the change that we have achieved to date. I invite you all, especially our elected officials and their teams, to continue our journey as we make real change on behalf of the 440,000 non-public school students and their families throughout New York. Let's work together and change the world for the better. Thank you.